Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're at our fifth and final series of our study stick giveaway. And if you want to participate in this giveaway, go to the link in the description there. And we are going to be giving you the final winner here before long. So the last one we're going to do, of course, you can see in my hat, we're going to be doing a Santa facial feature on the last part of our stick here. So hope that you'll get your tools and join me. All right, I've already got most of the Santa laid out, the hat and the tassel and all that, so I want just to go in here and start tweaking the hat and the fur and starting to shape all of the face that we possibly can on this size of a stick here, possibly here. And so again, we're going to be just tweaking every part of his hat here and start setting things back and the way it should go, we hope. Now this is a little bit more than normal what we usually do because we're dealing with a hat and on top of the head. And this is a good example of showing you how it's important to make sure the head fits up into the hat. And that way it looks more natural looking. Now we want to think about, we're going to be putting a mustache on this guy. So I'm going to make my stop cuts here. And with our knife, and they're going to be short, not long, because a mustache is going to go here hopefully. Working on the very end of the stick is kind of hard. You don't have too much to hold to, but anyway, we'll try to make this work for y'all. All right, so now I'm going to come in and create the mustache here the best that we can. And again, you don't have to have it perfect. And so now I'm going to take a V-tool and start right there where we did with the smile line and go right up the side here. And because this is going to create the cheeks, and also it's going to create the side of the head. You're running our V-tool right along the side there. All right, right along the side of the head. Again, of course, this will be hair on this side over here. All right, and then we're going to come in here and with our V-tool and start outlining for the mustache. Get my hand off the table where it doesn't squeak as much. It's leather. The glove I'm wearing wants to make noises. Put in a stop cut right where the mustache would come together there under the nose. Sure. Come up here, put in our smile lines, extend those into the nose. Following through on the outside of the mustache where we can come in and relieve that, and that will automatically set the mustache away from the face. Yep. Again, if your Santa doesn't turn out the first time the way you think, just try it again. That's how you get better. Just keep practicing. And again, when you're working on the short end of the stick, make sure you have complete control because there's not much to hold on to here. Yep. Then I'm going to start bringing these cheeks in to create some roundness and some puffiness to the cheek area. And tuck that in too on this side. Because you want your Santa to be happy. And I think that anytime you can, you ought to make all your carvings have a good expression to them. And it just goes well. It goes awfully well with folks when they look at your carvings. And they're smiling, or they're grinning, or even have a pleasant look about them. Carving shouldn't, over time, as you improve, you're going to see your carvings come to life more and more. All right, now you'll see here we got quite a gap here between the brow area and the forehead, and that's okay because we're going to put a little patch of hair there here in a minute. But I want to use this Pelican knife because it's a really thin bladed knife and it's very flexible, and it's called the Mertz blade by Don Mertz out of Ohio, and Deep Holler Knives makes these, and they're just great for getting into tight places and things like that there.
Yep.
But again, whatever tools you have, use them, and make them work for you.
That's good.
Again, be careful as you're working on around and you're cutting away that you don't cut off too much. And then to round off the tassel, you can do it with like a 3/8 number 7 U-gouge. That creates a more kind of a perfect looking tassel there, or ball on the end of the tassel. As you can see there, we're just coming in and rounding that off like that there. And then if the tool can't cut anymore, use your knife to finish out the rest. See how nice looking ball that makes on the end of his tassel. And of course, we're going to take that and break that up here a little bit with our U-gouge. Cleaning up these areas right here.
Perfect.
As you get closer to the ball, the tassel kind of narrows down. The hat that I'm wearing does that also.
Then
okay. Lot to this guy, but that's all right. It's a fun character to carve. Good. All right, so now I'm going to dress down the front of his hat to get it closer to the forehead. And when you do that, it brings the top of the hat over the fur a little bit. See how when I relieve that, how that top of that hat kind of comes over a little bit? I like that. Taper the sides a little bit. Make it look like it's going right on around with the full head. Now you can go fairly deep here to create more of a beard and to create more depth here. I'll try a little bit here. And then we're going to take a 1/8 V tool here and come in and just put an indication there's some action there in the mouth, if you'd like. See, that's all you need to do there. For now, we're just going to do open eyes, I think, today. And because, you know, I know the story about him winking, he's got a twinkle in his eye and all that, but you can put a twinkle in the eye even with his eyes open when you paint this guy. Anyway, alrighty, now we're going to take a V tool. This is 1/16 V, coming in and taking your time doing the top line. Okay, there's the eyeball right sitting underneath the upper lid. Coming down. Now, if it's easier for you to divide the eye up, the eyelid, I do so. It's like I did here. I turned it. That way I could get a better cut. Okay, now we're going to do 6 cuts to the eye. And again, watch where that tip is going. Always use the tip and don't bury that tip in your eye socket. And angle your knife for the final cut. Okay, trying to stay in camera view for you here. All right, so we got an eye there. So now we're going to jump across the bridge of the nose and do the other eye by doing our cuts again. Again, just using that tip of that knife and then angle it. Okay, now I'm going to try, hopefully without busting it out, try to put a cut on top of that eyeball so where we can create some depth in that eyeball. There we go. One down, one to go. Put our stop cut here. Again, just using that tip of the knife. That's why your tools need to be sharp as a razor blade. We can come in and do this little delicate work like this. Then we're going to come in now and put in, I use a number 12 or whatever works here, a V tool. Come in, again, don't bury your V tool to create the eyelid or bottom eyelid for this guy. Come in here and get rid of that cut there. There we go. Let's come down to this side, flip him over, start from the outside, doing the bottom lid, using a number 12 V. It's a very small V, or whatever V that you have will fit in this area. Again, it will depend on the size of your face. You know, you wouldn't want to use this V tool if you're doing a big old Santa. You know, but a small face like this is just right. Come out here, extend his crow's feet, his happy lines. All right, now we want to get rid of that edge there because, again, Santa has soft features on him. The hair is soft and so on and so forth. Okay, now I'm going to come in and we're going to put a few eyebrows in. And I'm going to put a little bit of hair coming out here, just showing, you know, a little tuft of hair coming out from underneath the hat there, just a little ways. Now we're going to come in now and we're going to put in the hair. And again, I'm using a U-gouge, and Again, we're just going to come in and turn and twist.
Down.
As I've said before in other videos, don't make your hair straight. Turn, twist. Okay? Break that hair up. Now again, as you approach the mouth, mustache area, be very careful. Look how much I'm choking up here on this little, U-gouge here. And the reason I'm using the U-gouge is because it gives it softer features looking to him than a V-tool would give him a more starkness, his hair. So we remember soft features. And especially when you do women's hair too. And again, don't forget the sides of his beard and all these little areas like this here. And we're going to work our way up here. Look how this tool's going right up through here, creating these little curvatures of the hairs. And so I'm coming in, and I'm just hitting the edges of his mustache. I tried to do the edges first and then come in and do the other part of the hair that goes up to the bottom of the nose. Okay, I'm going to come this way, doing the edges. He's beginning to look like somebody. Hopefully you all have been a good this year. All right, so now we're going to show you how we do fur. And so it's stab, pick, stab, pick, stab and pull, just like that. Again, you're not going to see all this hair. It's just stab and pick. Turn it and go back the other way. Same principle that we use when we create like a shadow, a 5 o'clock shadow on a cowboy or a hillbilly or something like that, that we use a V tool. It gives it a more deeper look. You can go back over it and hit the places where you missed.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're heading down toward the final parts of this guy. Again, I'm coming in with a number 12V, trying to make the hair more distinct there. Now, I'm using a V tool there because I'm wanting to make that hair stand out a little bit.
Yep.
All right, now, again, the ball, do the same thing. Stab and pick, stab and pick. All right, and come in and put in some lines in the tassel. Break this up here because it is his hat's out there in the elements and things.
Yep.
And then we got to put in the nostrils here. Can turn him upside down. Easier way to get to see his nostrils better, to be able to put the nostrils in using 1/8 shallow gouge there to put in to create a little shadow there. All right. And then, come in and put just little cuts here and there to break up the hat, the top of the hat there in the wood here. Give everything action if you can, whether it's your wrinkles or whatever you're doing. And go back through, clean up your sides where you've hit the sides of the wood there, as you're was carving the different features of Santa, or any of your carvings that you do. All right, well, I believe, folks, there's a Santa, and he is the last part of our facial features for our giveaway. And again, go to the link below in the description, and it'll tell you what to do and how to receive this study stick and facial expressions for Christmas. Folks, again, we thank you so much for joining us today. And again, please like and subscribe and hit the bell, and we'll see you real soon. Take care.